Hi everyone, welcome back to the Self-Confidence Chronicles, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Christy, and I make videos about self-confidence, body positivity, sometimes the occasional vlog or fun video thrown in there, and all about balanced living here. So I hope you'll consider joining me. Today we are going to be talking about a really important topic actually, and it's one that I can really get very fired up about. It can be very controversial, since this is a body positivity channel and my blog is about the Self-Confidence Chronicles is also about being body positive. I thought it would be good to talk about what exactly is body positivity. And I think that there is a lot of conflicting views on this. There's a lot of things in the media that get people really fired up about this topic. So I want to talk about what it means from my perspective as a professional. And I have a doctorate in clinical psychology, and I've worked as a therapist for about 10 years now, and my specialty actually is with eating disorders. So I like to think that I do know something about what body positivity is and negative body image. So hopefully you'll find this helpful. And hopefully also I wanted to give a disclaimer. Nothing in this video is intended to offend you or anyone, so hopefully you won't be offended by it and you'll be able to take something from it that you'll find useful going forward. So, body positivity, really what it is just a celebration of diversity and just being able to honor differences in size, age, race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, just any human attribute is really the purpose and the foundation of body positivity. The purpose is also just to challenge some of what our cultural assumptions might be, and just valuing what our personal experiences and lived experiences are, and just validating that and accepting it. And that really is the foundation of what body positivity is. I think a lot of what gets tied up into it is size and weight, and should someone be body positive who has a larger size body, and is it healthy versus unhealthy? And I think those are all really good questions that sometimes get added into the topic of body positivity. And maybe this is a little bit of my opinion here, but body positivity is not synonymous with health. And, body positivity, in a sense, it does not equal health. What it is just loving your body, nothing more than that. But being happy also does not mean that you're healthy either. I think there's been a lot of outrage about what body positivity is in certain communities and why someone is body positive. Body positivity is just more about compassion and self-care and loving yourself enough to honor your body through healthy activity and nourishment. Body positivity is about eating in a flexible, attuned way that listens to our hunger cues and nourishes our body appropriately. What I think we really need to focus on and emphasize in our society is getting away from the diet mentality and making assumptions that weight equals happiness. The number on the scale equals your happiness and self-worth. So if someone is overweight, maybe they do have health issues, or it's possible that maybe they don't. But losing weight does not equal health and fitness necessarily. It's usually a byproduct of all of those other things. And I think in general, as a society, we've kind of lost that battle. There's actually a lot of research that shows that the more we focus on losing weight, the more fixated we become on food, the more fixated we become on negative body image, having that body ideal, and more self-hatred we start to build over time. So why are we focused so much on weight loss? What we really need to start doing is just making peace with these things and, making peace with our bodies. Body positivity is being able to disconnect the number on the scale and level of fitness. Body positivity is just being able to honor yourself, who you are, and who you are in your own skin, and being able to love that person. Being body positive is being able to eat in a way that is flexible, attuned to your hunger, and honors your body and respects who you are as a person. Body positivity also encourages us to break away from that diet mentality and that good food, bad food, and instead go towards a model of all foods can fit. And there are no such thing as bad foods. And when you work from that model, you could say, and so when we allow ourselves to work from a all foods fit model, it's okay to really have anything in moderation. And that's the key word here, everything in moderation. There's nothing wrong with having birthday cake on your birthday. There's nothing wrong with having a donut once in a while or anything. These philosophies actually move us in a direction that is more healthy for our bodies. So really, if our bodies need to lose weight, or if they need to gain weight, or they're gonna go where they need to go, and the number on the scale is really a byproduct of our self-love and compassion for ourselves. And that's, in the end, what we're working towards anyway when we have that diet mentality, is self-love and self-compassion. So if we start from that model of self-compassion and self-love, we already have it. It's going to make it that much easier and more enjoyable to get there in the first place. And these things really can be reflected on the number on the scale, our level of happiness, and just our level of contentment. And really, that's what we're all looking for anyway. So the body positive movement, it's not about should overweight people, or I'm going to say fat people here, should fat people be on magazines? Why wouldn't they? Of course they should be. Why wouldn't anyone be on a magazine? Why wouldn't any beautiful person not have the right to be on magazines or on social media? It really has nothing to do with that. I think one of the most frustrating things within the body positive community is this whole debate about overweight individuals being on magazines and whether they are fit or not. And that is extremely frustrating to me. I think then there's this great debate about, is this person fit or is this person fat? And my opinion, one has nothing really to do with the other, and that's what's frustrating about it. That person who's overweight may not have any health issues at this time. That person who's on a magazine cover who is underweight may not have any health issues at that time. Does that mean they're fit because they're thin? No. Does that mean they're fit because they're overweight? No. But the reverse can be true too. Does that mean they are healthy because regardless of their size, yeah, that could be the case. But the reality is, being happy and body positivity, though, does not make you immune from health risks. You can be body positive and thin. You could be body positive and fat. You could be the whole point of it is you could be body positive at any size. And that's what we're celebrating here, is body diversity. I like to give the smoking analogy. People who smoke are at a greater risk for developing lung cancer. And that's been a proven fact. It's not disputed. Does everybody get lung cancer from smoking? No. But we know that you are at a higher risk when you smoke. People who are overweight are at risk for certain health conditions, diabetes, high blood pressure, those, to name a couple of them, high cholesterol. Does that mean that everybody who's overweight is going to get diabetes or high cholesterol, high blood pressure? No, but it just means that they are at a higher risk. I guess what frustrates people in the body positive community that maybe are overweight is the assumption that because they're overweight, they have all of these health conditions and they are therefore unhealthy, and maybe they aren't struggling with those things. So I guess that's the frustration about it, is the assumption that they are already dying that they're dying right in front of us. And that would be frustrating to go everywhere and feel like that is what everybody is thinking. And I think another frustration within the body positive community, especially those who struggle with their weight, is that they're identified by their weight, and people are so much more than the number on the scale. But yet that's what comes forward first. And they can be nothing more than just that number on the scale. And I hope as a community we could start working towards getting away from that. We're so much more than that number. What my hopes for us as a community, as a body positive community, is to start maybe listening more, and listening in those conversations where maybe we're hearing things that are frustrating and we've heard before. But I think what we need to do is start educating people on what body positivity really is, and hopefully changing some of those views. I think as a body positive community, it really is up to us to start modeling what this message really is, and celebrating diversity, and really listening to people who struggle to understand what body positive means. I think some people who maybe make comments, some of them may be based out of ignorance, and I don't mean in a rude way. I mean lack of understanding, and maybe need more education on that. And I think that's up to us to start to provide that education and understanding so that we can start to make some social changes and stop judging people by who they are based on what they look like, rather than who they are as a person instead. We can do this by showing support to individuals of all sizes, and just modeling that self-compassion and understanding and empathy first. Really listening, and sure, there's going to be people that won't fully understand or don't want to understand, but that's okay. We can move on from those things and really just focusing on making that change and getting behind what we really want to do, and the real purpose of this message, which is to celebrate diversity. I hope everybody can take away from this video that you're so much more than the number on the scale. You're so much more than your size. You are a person of value and worth, and you can do things that are compassionate towards yourself. I hope you also got a better understanding of what body positivity is and learn new ways to incorporate it into who you are as a person. I'd love to continue this conversation, so please feel free to write any comments in the comments below, and please keep them civil and polite, and let's have a constructive conversation about body positivity. So I hope you liked today's video and some of the content about body positivity. Don't forget to like and subscribe below, and if you'd like more content from me, check out my other videos and also my blog, theselfconfidencechronicles.com, and I will catch you next time. Bye.